Hi folks, today we are doing the easy peasy granola recipe. Healthy granola, it's really good for you, really tasty. It's really delicious. Starts with 5 cups of rolled oats, just old-fashioned rolled oats in a big bowl. And then we're going to come in and add a few other things. We're going with a teaspoon of fine sea salt, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and a half teaspoon of ground nutmeg. I actually will come in here and grind some or shave some nutmeg right straight into the bowl. But you can use nutmeg that's already been ground, be fine too. The fresher the better though. And so kind of as much as you want here. I like nutmeg, I like cinnamon. Those are the approximate ratios. Those are the ratios I use, but you can use as you wish. We'll add actually a little more soon here. And we are adding 1 cup of walnuts here, chopped walnuts, just very roughly chopped. You want to leave some big pieces, so don't chop them too finely. And we're also going to come in with 3/4 of a cup of cashews. They're kind of mixed, a few are halved, a few are whole, so a rough chop on those. You'd want to leave a few of them that are pretty big. Most of those are whole that I put in there. This is just kind of a guideline mixture here that I'm giving you. You can surely adapt to it, whatever you'd like to do. This is a great recipe though. Low sugar, very healthy, still very tasty. And we're coming in with 1/4 of a cup of real pure maple syrup. Just spread that around. And then we're going to come in with a tablespoon of good quality honey, organic honey if you can, like a clover honey. You can use 2 tablespoons if you want it a little sweeter. I usually use 1. And then we're going to come in with 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, not the imitation. You try to use the pure vanilla. It's a much better taste and quality. And then I also add 1 teaspoon of almond extract with that, which is a little bit, kind of catches a few people off guard, but that's I had both of those in that little bowl. Now I'm just stirring this. You'll want to stir this very well until it's very well combined. You'll have to stir it probably for 3 or 4 minutes until everything seems moist and well coated with the liquids. And so yes, just stir them, kind of stir. Get everything coated. So basically you don't have any dry oats anymore. They're all pretty well coated and moist. Just have to, it may seem a little dry at first, but they'll eventually coat real well with the liquid mixture there. The liquid being the maple syrup and the honey and the vanilla and the almond. And that's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. It helps to use a large bowl so it doesn't overflow when you're stirring it. And then we're going to just have a normal sheet pan, and I guess here you can see a bunch of reflections on it. But I'll take some cooking spray a little bit and wipe that down on the pan. You don't want to necessarily spray the pan directly or it kind of pools and gets too much oil on there. And you certainly don't even need to do this. You could just probably put them right on the sheet pan. I've done that, or on parchment paper. I do it different each time. It doesn't really matter that much, to be honest, as far as this goes. And then we're going to divide it among 2 sheet pans, just full-size, regular-size sheet pans, cookie sheets basically is what they are. And then we're just spreading 1/2 of the mixture on one pan. And then I'll come in and sprinkle a little bit more cinnamon across the top and grate on a little more fresh nutmeg. I'll do this with each pan. Again, we should spread these evenly across 2 different pans. Then they go into a preheated oven set at 300 degrees for 30 minutes. And you want to stir the ingredients a couple of times during that 30-minute period. And when they come out, you can see here, these are done. And I'm sprinkling in 1/3 cup cranberries and 1/3 cup of raisins, and also going on with a little more cinnamon and a little more nutmeg. So you put the dried fruit on after it comes out. Again, 1/3 cup of raisins, 1/3 cup of cranberries, 1/2 on each preparation, each cookie sheet full of granola. Kind of mix them around. Now also sprinkle on a little more salt at this time. And then just plop them in a big bowl. And you bake these, I think I said 30 minutes. It may take you up to 35 minutes. Somewhere between that 28 and 35-minute period, they'll come. Basically, you want them just to be like a golden brown. Not burnt, obviously, but they'll kind of turn a golden brown, and that's when they're ready, when the granola is ready to take out. And there's the second sheet pan. We're going to do the same thing. 1/2 of the remainder of the 1/3 of the dried fruits, 1/3 cup each total, and then we're 1/2 of that on this. Spread evenly, and then I go in with a little more cinnamon, a little more nutmeg, and a little bit of salt. And actually, I didn't mean to confuse you there. The total dried fruit would be 2/3 of a cup. That's 1/3 cup each of cranberry and raspberries. And then you spread 1/2 of that mixture evenly across each of the 2 cookie sheets full of granola. So this is going in a big bowl with the first sheet pan of granola. And that can be actually a little bit tricky. You want to have a big enough, wide enough bowl to capture this, because it has a tendency to fall over the side and fall onto the table. And that's it, and it stops the cooking process when you move it into a cool bowl as well. It cooks a little bit when you take it out because it's still in the hot sheet pan, so you don't want to leave it in the oven too much longer than like the golden brown state, or it could burn. But that's it. Hope you enjoy. You can store it in a mason jar or a Ziploc bag, and please give us a thumbs up or subscribe if you like our channel. Thanks very much.